Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, May 9th, 2024. Here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to help you become a successful, profitable currency trader. And we do that by teaching you how to trade with our simple yet highly accurate proprietary trading indicators. And we think the best way to learn anything is to find someone who's really good at it and get them to teach you, and that's exactly what we do. So with that, let's jump right in and see what we've got going this morning. But first, we need to listen to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any distribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
We have a very extensive curriculum, and what I mean by that is we teach with a number of different tools, one of which is we have a series of videos that provide instruction. We do live webinars, group webinars. We do sessions like this where we do live trades where experienced trader comes online and kind of walks you through their analysis. All our teaching tools, and then the capstone of it is that we provide personalized one-on-one instruction, which we find is the most effective and efficient way to learn anything. Because in our program we're so confident in how well our indicators perform and our ability to train you. Once we've trained you, we let you trade with company funds. And because you're trading with company funds, we act as an accountability partner. We are monitoring what you're doing. And if you start to stray off course, we will step in and try to figure out what you're doing wrong and get it corrected before you lose the money. We've been doing it for 15 years, and it works very well. When you do become a member, every morning at 10 a.m., there's a live trade. Most evenings at 10 p.m., there's a live trade. We also have some live trades at 6. And then again, it's a continuous training. The Back to the Basics webinar at, got moved to Wednesdays, no longer on Saturday. And advanced member training right after it. So back to back. So we're here to provide the support you need to excel at this, and we're going to be with you for a full year minimum. So the training's there, it works. I've got a little checklist that I go through every day. Checklists help you perform better. High performers use them, and it's been found in research to statistically have people perform better. First thing every day is I like to refresh my green chart. Keeps clears out the memory and picks up any updates that we might have done. next great habit, and what we want to do is create good habits with you so that you perform at the best level you're capable of, is to review yesterday's trade activity or the day's trade activity at the end of the day, and specifically what didn't go as you wanted it to go. And then given our simulators, our indicators have a simulator built in, you can go back to the specific time of when you took the trade and look at what the chart was telling you and figure out what it was that you missed, or what piece of information you didn't incorporate into your analysis that seemed to cause the trade to go the other way. Last night, we took, on the overnight trade, we took 2 trades. Both of them closed profitably. The pound yen just closed, about 45 minutes ago. In fact, I had pulled the stop loss up on it as it was profitable. Every evening around 4:15, I send out the overnight trade. It's one of our simplest but most accurate trades. I highly recommend that you copy it if you're not. Tonight I will be traveling, so there'll be no overnight trade tonight. So if you're looking for it, it won't be there because I'll be on my way back home. We are technical traders. We are our indicators are based on the price action versus trading on the news. And however, even though we're not trading on the news, we want to know when news events are coming so that we can trade around them. And the best place to find those news events is to go to Forex Factory. Forex Factory breaks news down into kind of 3 components. Yellow, which is low impact, we tend to ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact, I ignore those, but you can incorporate them into your analysis. And red, which is high impact. And you can see we've got a bunch of reds here on the pound that's going to be in the next 25 minutes. So we will not trade the pound this morning because of this. 8:30, we've got USD unemployment claims. Generally, I do not like to trade anything within a 2-hour window of the news event because I don't want to get caught having a position when the news impacts it. So we will avoid the USD this morning. We will avoid the pound this morning. And then here you can see we've got, there's a bank holiday in Europe. So we're going to take the euro off the table. So I'm not sure we're going to be able to find a trade because we're kind of restricted on, we've got such a restriction on that cuts out pretty much all of the pairs. But let's go ahead. We'll take a look. So Swiss, there's a holiday in Switzerland. There's a holiday in France. There's a holiday in Germany. The German one is the one, that's the big player in the euro. So, yesterday or the other day, there was a French bank holiday. I didn't really kind of worry about that as much, but when Germany has a holiday, that's going to impact the euro. And then this morning at 11 a.m., the Canadian dollar's got some news. If we've got a good signal, we can get a trade in before this news. And then, a 30-year bond auction in the afternoon. So we've got limited opportunities, but let's go ahead and see what we've got. So the trade I am going to do, we've got a dozen different trade signals. And as we train you, we create a customized trade plan based on your availability to trade and your risk preferences. This is the one I like. It suits my personality and the way I like to trade. It's a 10-point trade, and I like to take the trade off of a 1-hour chart. A 1-hour chart, trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. It's going to be between the channel of the support and resistance. My sweet spot's 11 pips. If I can do 11 pips 3 times a day, I'm making excellent money. And on a 1 hour trade, usually the trade's going to close within 1 to 3 hours. So I get in, get out, and I'm on to my next thing. So with that, let's jump in and see what we got this morning. I am going to be trading off of the light 6 major chart, which is one of the standard charts. It is a composite chart. It's showing me 6 different currency pairs, all US based. Even though we're not going to trade the USD this morning. Is that right? I've already forgotten. USD unemployment claims. Yeah, so we're not going to trade the USD this morning. I still want to see what, as part of the exercise, since we're using this in addition to make money as a teaching exercise, we'll still walk through and see if we see a good setup. I start with the this first chart. As I said, it's a composite chart. It's all U.S. based currencies, and it's showing us 6 different pairs. I start with the middle section of the chart, which is the majors and minors, and the red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. I am this horizontal blue line is the overbought line. I am looking for situations where we're overbought and the lines are pointing down. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. When the market's oversold, that's a good time to buy. So I'm looking for situations where we're oversold and the lines are going up. As you can see here on the Australian dollar, US dollar, everything turned up and it ran through the channel, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. And I would have been able to carve out probably 11 pips on this first candle. 7 pips, 11 pips within 2 hours. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's my goal. So right now we're overbought. All the lines are going up. So this trade isn't ready yet. The timing isn't right. I want it to be overbought and the lines coming down. Euro USD, oversold, all the lines going up. So oversold is 1 point. All the lines going up is 2 points. And see, we have a double cross here where the green line is crossed over the top of the red and the gray line is crossed over the top of the black. That's the 3 points. So I've got 3 points here. Other things I like about this setup, green line has entered the channel versus it being gapped from the channel, like over here where there's a big gap from it entering the channel. I like the slope of the green line. I want this slope to be greater than 45 degrees, which it is, versus over here, this is less than 45 degrees. So this is a nice setup. And what I would do is I would jump up to the TNTs, and there's 4 different lines up here. You have the thick orange and thin orange, thick blue and dotted blue. And each of these lines is measuring something at a different speed. We don't need to know what that is right now, but I want to count how many lines are supporting the buy signal I see here. Thick orange is going up, supporting the buy. Thin orange is going up, supporting the buy. The blue lines are inversely related. And what that means is when blue is going down, that means buy. And the 2 blue lines are going down. So all 4 are telling me buy. I want to have at least 3 of the 4. And in this case, I've got them all. Then I'm going to jump down to the pressure. And I want the lines either going up, which they're not, or I want the green line on top. And the green line is on top. I've got sideways pressure here versus down pressure. And what makes it sideways is the green line is horizontal, the red line is going down. So I've got a point here, 3 points here, 4 points here. So this is a good setup. When I see a setup like this, then what I would do is confirm it. And the way I would confirm it is I would go to a full chart that has multiple time periods on it. And so here's the Euro USD chart, a 1 hour chart. Here's a 2 hour chart, a 4 hour chart, an 8 hour chart, a 12-hour chart, a day chart. So again, depending on how you like to trade, you could trade off of any of these charts using the same technique and make money. And basically what I am looking for is on the 2 hour chart, my confirmation of this buy signal that I see here on the 2 hour chart and the 4 hour chart. I want the majors to be oversold. They don't have to be going up. In this case, they're both going up, but I want them to both. Both to be oversold, and in this case, they are. So I've got my confirmation. Then the next step would be to figure out what it's worth. I'm not going to do that right now because we're not going to trade it. But after 8:30 at 8:45, after whatever the news is, you can go back, start taking a look. And if you see this, like this is a good buy signal here. Well, it's almost a good buy signal. We don't have the pressure, red's on top here, but here this is a good buy signal on the 4 hour chart. When you trade off a longer time period chart, you can get more pips, but it's just going to take longer for it to execute. Here, actually, we don't have the TNTs. We only have the thick orange supporting. Here, we've got the two oranges and the dotted blue supporting, but we don't have the pressure. So I would go back at like 8:45-ish or, sometime after 9 and see if you still have this, because this is a good setup there. So let's go back and see what else we have. Well, you know what? Let me take that back. The other issue, now that I'm thinking about it, the other issue is we've got the holiday in Europe. So you know what? Even though this is a good signal, usually when there's a bank holiday somewhere, I don't like to trade because the trading volume is lower than it normally is. And I find that the indicators sometimes aren't quite as accurate. So this is a nice signal, but because of the holiday in Europe and the news on the USD, we're gonna stay away from it. So I take back my go look at that at after 8:30. If there was no holiday, yes. Pound USD. We're in the middle of the channel. Majors started to go sideways. USD Canadian dollar reaching over sold and still going down. And again, you can see, this is kind of what we want to catch. We had a down signal here, but the slope isn't that great on the green line. Then it kinked. Now it's going down, and then you can see the two down red candles. Pound, dollar, Swiss franc overbought. Everybody's going down, double cross. Two orange lines going down, dotted blue going up. So I've got 3 here, and we've got up pressure, and it looks like the red's on top. So we've got 7 points. 1, 3, 3. I'm not crazy about the green line. The slope looks to be a little less. We do have the double cross, but the slope of the green line looks to be a little less than 45 degrees. But again, bank holiday in Switzerland, and we've got the news on the US dollar. Dollar yen overbought. Everybody's going down, double cross. So 3 points here, but what I don't like is the slope of the green line, less than 45 degrees. Usually that's enough to keep me away. And I don't like that the green line is so far away from the entering the channel. See how it's been up here for 4 hours, and even though it's overbought, it's still come on. You've got 30 pips here. It went up while it was overbought. So you can take a buy when it's overbought and make some money. It's just not part of my trade strategy. And maybe you'll find something that makes you feel comfortable when you see something when this is overbought and it turns up, that allows you to want to take that trade. But for me, I avoid it because I don't know. I don't want to get caught holding a buy trade when this ultimately does turn. And actually, we've lost the signal here. It's gone flat. And green is on top, and now it's even going up a little bit more. So we're gonna, I don't like this setup. This isn't appealing to me. So I've cloned this chart, and we have got 6 other pairs that are non-USD. So euro pound oversold. Everybody's going up. I'm just looking at it. The red line is going up here versus being flat. So we have now it's just gone flat. We've lost our double cross. So we're going to pass. Overbought. Everybody's going up. So nothing there. Euro Canadian dollar oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. Green's on top. Gray's on top. But what's the problem here? One, the slope of the green line isn't 45 degrees or better, and we've got the large gap. We've got the large gap here in the between the green line and entering the channel. So I don't like that. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. We were overbought. Everybody's coming down. We've got the double cross. So 3 points, but generally I don't like a trade when the green line is more than halfway. Only time I will take a trade is sometimes on the Euro USD, where you get a turn in the middle of the channel. But like on something like this where we've made the run, I don't know how much gas is left in this run, so I avoid it. Also, time of day, it is evening in Australia and New Zealand now. I want at least one of the pairs to be actively trading when I'm trading off of a 1 hour chart. On the overnight trade, you'll notice I don't kind of pay attention to that, but on a 1 hour chart, you need to kind of consider what the time zone the pairs are in. Pound yen overbought. Majors going up, minors going down, nothing there. Euro Australian dollar, oversold. Everybody's going up, but we don't have the double cross and we don't have good steepness on the green line, so we'll pass. So let's go with 6 more pairs. Canadian dollar, yen overbought and going up. So nothing there. Euro New Zealand dollar, majors going down, minors going up. We're oversold, so nothing there. Pound New Zealand dollar approaching overbought, nothing there, still going up. New Zealand dollar yen overbought. We've got this agreement between the majors and minors. New Zealand dollar USD majors are more than halfway through the channel. I don't particularly care where the minors are. I don't find that to be important, but I do want all the lines going up. Here, the gray line isn't going up, so we don't have all the lines going up. Euro Swiss franc approaching approaching overbought, still going up, nothing there. So here is another group. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, we're in the channel and we've got this agreement. Swiss franc, yen, everybody's going up. Majors are overbought, so nothing there. Euro yen, overbought. Everybody's still going up, nothing there. Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, in the middle or more than 3/4 of the way through the channel, everybody's going up. And the majors are starting to lose gas. We've got this little kink in the line where we've gone from more steep to less steep. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, overbought and sideways. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, overbought and sideways. So we have just gone through 24 pairs. We didn't see a good setup. I am going to change directions here. As I said, we've got a number of signals. Another signal for a little scalp trade that I like is the thick orange line trade. Thick orange line takes a look at what is going on with the thick orange line, and basically this is a scaled line. So when it's as high as it can go, it's at 10. This number over here is at 10. When it is at 10, it's telling us it thinks there's no more up in the movement. So if there's no more up in the movement, that's a good time to sell. Likewise, when it's as low as it can go, it's at 0. If it's at 0, it thinks there's no more down in the movement. If there's no more down in the movement, that's a good time to buy. And we can take this trade at the top of the hour when there's less than 5 minutes left and there's 2 minutes left. So I'm going to try to go through this real quick and see if we see anything. But basically, I'm looking for 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either. So 7 isn't close enough. 9.9, that is close enough. And my confirmation on this, we don't want to trade off just one piece of information. If we add another piece of information to it, that increases the accuracy of the trade. I look for what the position of the red line is. And in this case, if this is 10, I want the red line above the blue line, which it is. So I've got part 1 and part 2. This is worth 5 pips. 5 pips sell with a 20 pip stop loss. However, it's a bank holiday in Switzerland. So even though I have the signal, I'm not going to trade because it's a bank holiday here. 7, no. 9, yes. Euro yen, but look where my red line is here. Now it's just touching the blue. Touching the blue isn't enough. I want it above the blue, like what we saw here. 3 isn't close enough. 6 isn't close enough. 10, yes, but look where the red line is. He's still in the channel. This is telling me there's more up, even though this guy is telling me we've surpassed it. In fact, it's been at 10 the last 2 hours. 10 again, yes, but look where the red line is. No. 8, not close enough. 7, not close enough. 1, no. 2, no. 4, no, 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 no. I'm looking for 0 or 1 or within 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either. 1 isn't close enough. 0, yes. But look where my major is. I want the red line down below this red line. This is overbought, and this guy is telling me that there's going to be down coming. This guy's telling me there's no down, so we don't have agreement. 0, yes. Red line isn't quite there yet. 10, yes. Red line isn't quite there yet. 10, yes. This is telling me something entirely different. 9, yes. Nothing. All right, gang. I'm sorry we didn't come up with anything. I guess I should have taken a look at the news last night and saw that we'd have limited trade options today because of the news events and the bank holidays. But anyways, it's useful to understand what the good trade setup is. No trade, no overnight trade tonight because I'll be on my way back at 4 p.m. And then we will do this again on Monday at 3:30 Eastern. And I will be in Switzerland then. So one of the great things about trading is if you get a laptop and internet connection, you can do it from anywhere. So I will be hooking up with you guys from Europe. Thank you for joining me. It's always an honor. Have a terrific weekend. And if you want to learn how to trade, we can help you. We're very good at it. Reach out if you want to speak to me. Hop on my calendar. And the best way is just hop on my calendar, and you can do that by going to forexsmarttrade.com /schedule. Thanks so much, and we will see you Monday.